We were hiking with some friends, and I remember especially my one friend, she had brought the wrong kind of shoes, and she was getting blisters, so she took her shoes off and started walking barefoot, and I was like, that looks like fun. Hey! And she was like, yeah, it is fun. So we just both took off our shoes and hiked the whole mountain barefoot, and we're like, you know what? This is pretty awesome. Let's do it again. So that's kind of, ever since then, every time I hike a mountain, I go barefoot.
I always like being barefoot, and it's just another thing to try out. So.
And I decided to take my shoes off and go hiking up Mount Abe barefoot. That was the first time. That was about 2 years ago.
You just have to consciously think about where you're putting your feet down, and sometimes you have to take it a little bit slower. You know, you have to be a little bit more cautious when you're walking barefoot, but I still, you know, as long as you are cautious and don't make stupid decisions, I think it's great going barefoot. It was a little painful. I stuck my toes out the whole time, but it was good.
It was definitely super fun, but I got at least 2 bloody toes. I think I ripped open my arch and probably scraped, I think, the back of my heel too.
Probably one of my favorites is just the feel of the nice bare rocks and the cool ground underneath my feet.
So you'll be able to readjust your foot to the terrain so you don't end up hurting yourself. And you also are softer when you walk, so if you're walking by yourself, you'll be able to maybe see something as far as wildlife goes, because you're not going to be tromping and stomping.
I like the feel of barefoot hiking. When you're hiking with sneakers, you know, you don't feel like the water when you walk through streams. You don't feel the mud between your toes, you know, or, you know, the feel of the rock beneath your feet. So, I don't know, I just love the feel of walking barefoot, I think.
It's been really fun because it's like kind of challenging to see how well your feet can hold up to, I guess, different terrain and stuff, and you can feel the ground more than you can with shoes on. I think sometimes you have better traction.
You have a lot more traction.
Yeah, I find that barefoot hiking, you actually have better traction. So, for instance, when the rocks are have water on them and they're more slippery, I actually find that I have more grab on the rock and I don't slip as much. It's kind of cool too to see people's reactions as you're going down. They go, oh, barefoot!
You get a lot of crazy looks from people, which is the best part.
Some people kind of just shrug it off and just kind of like, okay, well, that's interesting.
A lot of surprise and a lot of reactions as you're crazy and what the heck are you doing, basically.
There are other people that either will cheer us on and be like, oh yay, bare feet, that's the way to go.
It's just funny to watch people pointing at your feet and be like, whoa, that's so weird, why do you not have shoes on? Especially people that are probably mothers that see you without shoes on, like, you should be wearing shoes. And there was this one lady in particular when we hiked up Mount Mansfield who was like, oh man, you're just trying to show off. Like, don't do that, you're not wearing shoes. And at the end, she finally just took off her shoes down at the end of the hike to just like, hey, look at me, and she walked on the gravel. So that was funny.
Bare feet, baby. He was like, whoa, you're barefoot hiking. I'm gonna do that right now. And he took off his sneakers and was started going barefoot. And he's like, this is awesome, man, that is so cool. If you haven't tried barefoot hiking before, try it, because you might like it more than you thought you would.
It's awesome, try it, literally.
Go hiking barefoot, because it's awesome and you'll never go back to sneakers.
Go for it. It's worth it.